Can you imagine in Ngāti Toa having to live under the Tohunga Suppression Act 1908, and the government in 1969 took that act out, so the tribe reassembled and said, let's run our tribal wānangas.
Who were the elders?
Matinga Baker, that's Turinga's father, Harata and Matthew Solomon, my grandmother, my two granduncles, and my carving tutor, Kohe Webster. And they selected me from Otaki to go down to Porirua to the marae and Takapuahia and learn how to carve the meeting house. And in my 5th year, I was woken up at 3 in the morning and was told, you're going to learn how to make canoes now. And I said, but I've only come here to carve a meeting house. Why do I want to learn how to make canoes? And how am I going to make a canoe? So after breakfast the same day, they take me to this clay bank behind the meeting house.
Who took it?
Kohe Webster. And said, here's the garden hoe. I want whatever I tell you to do, you're going to shape the inside of the hull on this clay bank. And I went, you're kidding me. And there's going to be some power poles brought down in the Australian Jara. And 2 hours a day you're going out there and you're going to adze those power poles until you learn how to adze. Eh?
Yeah?
Huh?
Yeah?
That was the lesson plan. So by the time 79 comes around, they want me to build a sailing canoe. From all the knowledge, the 11-year apprenticeship that I had.
That knowledge they had.
Yeah.
That knowledge they had.
Construction and adzing.
Did they draw? Did they have plans? Or how did they show you?
Just by eye and string. This is how the hull will look. This is how you shape it. Now go and cut a tree down. You're going to make a double hull canoe. So I did. And cut the tree in 79. Started work in 80. Francis saw that on TV in Dunedin.
Koha and Ernie.
Koha and Ernie got hold of me, met the tribe. The tribe told him, okay, you're from King Tamatoa Tautu of Raiatea. Canoe's yours, and that boy there, you can have him too.
And then there was hell to pay.
I didn't want to go, but I went, and that was my life, became my life.
What was all this shit though?
Can you imagine me in my early 20s
I remember you.
saying to the tribes of New Zealand, I'm going to build a double hull canoe. I'm not sailing from New Zealand. I'm taking the canoe to Tahiti and coming the other way.
That pissed them off.
Oh, fuck yeah. Embarrassed them. They said I was going to embarrass them. But they didn't know Francis' connection to the bamboo raft in 56, that he had already voyaged in the open sea, that he knew everything about it.
And they didn't know about this.
And we didn't have this technology here, how to join. We knew how to make it, but we didn't know how to join it together. And now Mucha Islands come up, it's like justifying our past because they have the adzes on display called Toki Kura.
Conception has.
Conception has. And it's in the Mapuche culture that Toki Kura is a sign of chieftainship, and they wear the adze pendant around their neck to show their status in the tribe.
Why haven't you put these bits together, this story you're telling me? Why has it taken so long to have this connection made explicit and clear like that?
I don't think in the 21st century, in the 20th century, I don't think Māoris were ready to hear it. To hear the story about Hawaii Nui One and Tahiti Nui and the connection with Chile. I don't think the Māoris were just struggling with the connection that a sailing canoe actually arrived from Tahiti 800 years ago. I think the Māoris were doubting that history.
But the elders who taught you didn't doubt it.
No, my Ngāti Toa elders and my Raukawa elders, Matinga Baker was one of the key people to keep forcing me never to leave. Can you imagine me stuck in that meeting house with this crabby old man, you know, and all my cousins are having a great life in Wellington in the social scene, and I was stuck in that meeting house.
But he sent you. But he said he sent you with his blessing to Tahiti.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The tribe did, yeah.
The tribe, because of Francis.
Because of what Francis, because I wasn't in the tribal meeting. They made me sit outside the meeting house. And 2 hours later, I don't know what Francis ever told my elders, but he must have told them enough to convince them he had all that sailing navigation skill to realise this great dream of Ngāti Toa. And that's where I came in.
And Ngāti Toa grateful?
Now they are. But I've got to take you to the museum, this museum here, to show you the life-size model of Hawaii Nui 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a bit of